You young, you gonna hop out the car and do something crazy.
I never did to the females. Always to the dude.
You ready to fight dudes?
Yeah, that's what I do. Hop out of the car. I'm not gonna hop out the car with another female. I'm gonna hop out the car with him and cuss him out, and then shoot, don't let me have my mace.
Why See? Yeah.
I'm kidding. I don't
think you're kidding. I don't think you're joking at all.
I've never actually used mace on someone, but maybe in the air around them, but never in their actual eyes. So.
Okay. Well.
So don't test me, cause.
All right. Well, cheers to your non-violent side.
Yeah, I don't choose violence, but I can be. If you push me there, then trust me, it's like
killer, but don't push you, huh?
Yeah. I ain't no killer, but don't push me. Oh.
Okay. All right. And on that note, welcome to Chronicles of Professional Supper, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Marcellus Spoken Hearted. This is a surprise chronicle because I really wasn't sure it was going to happen this time. I was debating to see. I was waiting for you to send that text like, guess what? The aliens landed and I can't come this time.
He's so full of it, y'all.
But I got you though. Next week we gonna lock it. It's a long time coming. It's a whole long time coming. But finally, back in the room. Give it up for Miss Angelique Amber.
Yeah. Hey,
clap it up. Have a seat. Get you a drink. I should have poured a little bit strong, but this is alright. We gonna be short with it.
Mine is delicious.
Okay, I'm glad I hooked yours up. Yeah. But yeah, what's good at y'all? How y'all doing this evening? This wonderful. Is it Friday?
Yes, it is Friday.
Thank God it's Friday.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's been a long week. I put my car in the shop on accident. But it's getting fixed. It's an old baby, but she running still. She just I gotta be, nicer to my old school car. I be trying to push it like it's a brand new Challenger, and I shouldn't be doing that.
How you do it on accident?
Cause when people see it and it's nighttime and you got new tires on the back and you kind of want to show out a little bit and you don't realize that you shouldn't be doing that, stuff just be happening. So
you be wilding out
a little bit.
In other words, he be wilding out.
It's a hot ride though. So you can't not show out just a little bit.
Just a little.
But yeah, we gonna get right into that. I think that's a very interesting time, and I heard that too. Once the police are called, is the relationship over? Anybody watching? What's up, Lynn? What up, Susan? Anybody watching? You feel free to chime in. Once you're in a relationship and the police get called on your significant other for any reason, is it over or is it just getting started?
Drop y'all answers in the comments, but I'm gonna go ahead and take this one. Mm-hmm. Once the police are called, the relationship is over. Mm. And and the politically correct answer is that it should be over if you have to call the police. But in reality, it's gonna be over because once the police are called, think about it. Like, you trying to send that person to jail. They getting charges pressed on them. Because even if you drop the charges, and this is, I ain't saying that I know about this, y'all, but even if you drop the charges, the state can still pick it up. So if that person is getting a case, if I'm getting any sort of cases on me, oh no, I don't want to date you. You done got me a record now. I got a record now. Oh no, we gotta go our separate ways. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Different people trigger different parts about your personality you didn't know that you had. So maybe you needed that eye opener to become a better person.
And if it's triggering a part of me that needs the police involved, then that means that you triggering the wrong things. I need whatever relationship you're in, they should be triggering you in a way that's elevating you. Mm-hmm. But that's not elevating you. Now you got a criminal record. You got to mark yes. Now you got to explain. We'll explain in person what happened is.
Perspective. Now you know where you're limited. Now you know where you need to calm down at and center yourself. And act right. See, I don't think the purpose is to put them in jail. I think the purpose is to just make sure that you aren't liable for shit that they do.
Right, but they still gonna get a charge regardless. I understand that you gotta call the police on somebody.
They might need that.
You gotta call the police on them. I'm not saying don't call. If something happens and you need to call the police on your significant other, absolutely do so. But my thing is that do you think that y'all can move forward after that? After the person has called the cops, they've come to your home.
Not in this
maybe
climate.
Somebody got arrested. Come on now.
Not in this climate, no.
I can't do it. And then on top of that,
but the way toxicity is set up, though,
I don't trust the police. So automatically, when the police come to my house, we got problems.
Yeah.
Like if when the police show up, my whole mood done changed.
Yeah.
And every time I see you, I'm gonna think about that because I personally don't. I've had so many not so good interactions with the police, and and I understand you have to call them when you need them. Well, I've had a lot of, since you want to, know about this. No, it was nothing that I did. It was just, when I lived in Bloomington, I was actually Normal, Illinois. I was actually harassed by the police for about 2 years because I was dating someone that was known in that area. And they would literally harass me. I remember getting pulled over by the police and they couldn't find anything. I was with him at the time and they were searching my car just like so wanting to find something. And they literally looked through my ashtray and found 2 roach blunts and tried to book us on 2 roach blunts. Luckily, I hadn't even get a lawyer because the case was so stupid. The public defender got it thrown out. But that's how I was being harassed. And it's just like built something up inside of me that makes me not trust the police because I've had really bad experiences with the police. Like that time in Bloomington when I was getting harassed by the police and followed. I mean, literally, I was followed one time for like 5 miles. They're not even supposed to follow you that long. But I was followed by the police. I was harassed by the police all because they didn't like the person I was dating. Did he have a criminal record? Yes, but what that got to do with me? Why are you harassing me? I just got off work.
I mean,
if
you with them, then shit.
I know, but they knew I was just a college girl. I was going to ISU.
You heard of Bonnie and Clyde? Like that. Once you get with somebody that you know is up to something, they're gonna be like, "Hey, you want to do this too?" Bobby and Whitney. Kanye and Kim.
Okay,
I'm just saying, like, once you link up with somebody, it ain't like you the clean one still. Like, you gonna be associated with whoever you with. So if you get with a hoe, it's like, obviously, well, shit.
That's not, well, that could be true because, bad company corrupts good character, right? But at the same time,
a bunch of nice ones, they all gonna get molded up. So it's
that's true. But don't harass me though, unless you got a reason to. If I haven't been caught doing anything, and I'm just going to school or I'm coming home from work, why are you following me to my house? Literally till I park in my driveway.
But that's what they do though.
No, but you
see, and it doesn't give them a right to it. That's what
they'll never do that to mine. Because, honey, soon as my kid tell me I hit her with a lawsuit so quick. Why are you following my daughter? She was very uncomfortable. It was just her traveling by herself. I had just got off work from Hooters. I still, I had my little Hooters outfit on. I was feeling uncomfortable. Okay, like it was a lot. I don't work at Hooters now, y'all, but I did. But it was just like it was a lot. That was a stressful time. And then I had another experience. I'm just letting y'all know it's been several run-ins why I don't trust the police, and I don't want no disrespect because I know that there's a lot of great law officers, but it's just like if the police have to get called and I already have this kind of like distrust of them,
right?
I don't want to fool with you
because
I don't want that in my home, in my space. Like I've just had bad instances, and I actually had an instance where I did have to call the police on somebody. And because at the time I was dating a Caucasian man, when I called the police, they acted like I was the aggressor and I was the victim. They got to the scene and treated me like I was the aggressor. So that was another thing that once again built up my distrust with the police. So once the police get called for me, it's a wrap. It's a done deal. If I got to call the police on you, that means that I'm scared of you. If you got to call the police on me, which nobody, let's be honest, who would call the police on me? I'm so nice. He's lying now. I do not. I wouldn't. I'm not even an aggressive.
I would call the police because you a Cancer. That's all. Like you just be enough. The charges right there to get you booked for at least 3 weeks. Like, never mind. We ain't gotta go there. That's
Cancers move with strategy, so we couldn't get booked on anything because you would have to be able to catch us up first. But okay.
I bet some of y'all counterparts.
You need evidence, boo, and we gonna make sure ain't none.
Some of y'all All counterparts need a talking to because I've had nothing but negative. I'd rather run into the police than a cancer.
What's going on with you and cancers? What's your experience with us?
Cancers,
I need to know. Tell your story.
I think I'm the common denominator, but cancers and Scorpios, they've just been wreaking havoc on my spirit for the last 2 years. And I'm pretty sure there's some nice ones out there. I've had this talk on my live before, and it just happens that I'm actually dating with intent. You know what I'm saying? Like since don't shake your head. Don't shake your head like that. I've been dating with intent literally since 2013, trying to see who is actually compatible, who can actually say what they mean, who can actually do what they say they're gonna do without having a bunch of baggage or, you know what I'm saying, a bunch of shit that they just need to let go of, and I'm the answer for it. Like, can you just want something without it being help? Like, you don't need to be rescued from something. Once I notice that you're being held by strings or you're being controlled and you just want to break free, you just need, as much as all the love songs, the R&B songs that I'll do all the things your man won't do and I'll save you from him, he's such a bad guy. I got an anti-Captain Save Him song, and I was portraying every hero just to show that I am not gonna save you from that. I can't save you from that, because if I do let you free, you gonna have the will to go right back to it. You just don't, you like that at some point. You might still do, you just wish it would act right, and that's not my fault. It's just, I'm just knowing that you're not really wanting me, you just want an escape. So right now I'm dealing with a bunch of shit that likes the idea of me but doesn't actually want to take in the fact that they can have something better if they act right.
Have you ever thought that maybe it's due to the fact that people really don't know how to be in relationships anymore? I don't think people know how to be in relationships.
The 90s R&B love songs are still there. All I gotta do is sit down with a glass of wine and listen to Boys to Men.
You can listen all day, but if you don't actually know how to be that person, like, well, for one, I do want to say this thing because you just made me think of this when you said you ain't gonna save nobody, you ain't putting on no cape. J. Cole said some men save hoes, he's not that heroic, right? So that's how you felt, but I just had to add that. But as far as
I D-Rose the ankle, I ain't finna say no, I can't jump no more. I can't jump.
You don't gotta save anybody, but my thing is that you keep saying like, oh, you're the backup. But have you ever thought that maybe people really, they don't even know how to be in a relationship because they have never even been with a man who has loved them properly? I mean, honestly and truly, we literally live in a really weird time these days where I feel like people don't know how to be in relationships because everything is just transitioning to the next thing. Whenever your relationship starts failing, this person, we starting to have trouble. Now I'm answering my DMs now. I'm going to lunch with this other dude now.
It's horrific.
So it's like people don't even know what it is to be in a relationship. So how can you say that people just want to, and you're like you're just optional, but in reality, maybe they don't even know how to be in a relationship and be that woman because maybe every dude that they've been with, and I've been guilty of this. Like one time I was dating this dude and I really liked him, okay? And like, I didn't want to seem lame to him, right? Because he was kind of like, I always like hood dudes, right? So I don't want to come off lame because I like hood dudes for some reason. And so I was just like, ooh, I don't want to seem lame. So I was trying to like, not be too available for him and all of that. And I ended up actually missing, like he actually liked me as the person I was. But I was trying to play a different role because I thought like, oh, I need to be more like that.
So you were trying to be a city girl.
No, I never that. But what I was doing was I was trying to act like I had options and everything when I really, really liked him. And I did have options, but I mean, I was like responding to people and stuff because I didn't want him to think like I was just this super lame nerd chick or whatever that he could play.
So you wanted to know that
I
you
was
got
playing
hoes.
these games.
Okay,
I was playing these games because I thought because every other relationship I had been in was just kind of like me needing to show like, hey, I'm just not somebody that's just there, I got options too. But it kind of was toxic. And that was and I was younger then, but now when I think about it, the reason I felt that way is because my past relationships. So a lot of the time as women, we want to have a healthy relationship, but we may have never experienced that before. So how can we move forward and have a healthy relationship if we've never actually experienced a healthy relationship? If all of our boyfriends have been cheaters, if all the time it was, oh, let me look through your phone, if all the time it was all this other stuff, how can we move forward and have a healthy relationship if we don't even really know what that looks like? Because what if you didn't even grow up being around a healthy relationship, and then you never had a healthy relationship of your own? I mean, what are you supposed to do at that point?
I watched a lot of TV when I was little. I got thrown into Disney movies, and I see this is the bad guy. This is the good girl. This is the good guy. This is the villain. This is the hero. You know what you like and you don't like, what's good and what's bad. At some point, you have to soul search and figure out, what do I like and why do I like this about something that's obviously not good for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, after a while, I don't know how long it actually takes. It depends on the person. But after a while, you have to know what the hell is not going to work. Even if you don't know what you really want, you have to know this ain't it. Like this passive aggressive, miscommunication, these random pity ass arguments just so they can go talk to such and such. Like, all of that kind of person who does that needs to be cut off immediately, because it's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to flourish. I take all the good examples of my exes from like 2013, from 2012. From like, I wish I could just combine like all of them into one like super chick and just like make the perfect. Like, I had like,
you lost me there.
I had like six. I had 6 different. I was single in like 2010. I was single for a brief moment in time, but I knew 7 different women I wanted to talk to. All had perfect quality. They just weren't all in the same person.
You are a hot mess.
So it was like.
And that's the problem right now.
I wasn't dating all of them.
That's the problem, though.
It's like you want to find somebody who has all those qualities, so
but
it
do you
works.
see where the problem is that you're sitting here saying like, oh, I want them to have you. It's like almost like you want this perfect person. Everybody's going to have something going on.
Perfect for me, yeah.
But you want this person that's got all these, you got a little this. No, because that's not realistic. You're going to get with somebody, right? And they're going to have some things you like and some things you don't. The problem right now and why relationships are failing is people do not know how to deal with those things that they don't like. Just like you said, oh, well, there was about 6 other girls that had these other, so you just go talk to them. And that's a problem. But instead of trying to elevate your significant other and saying, you know what, I see like, what's something you didn't like and something you don't like, something you do not like when you're thinking about it? Because I can name something right off the top that I know I don't like.
Being antisocial in front of people in public because you don't know who a person is. I don't like.
So you don't like shy.
I don't like.
You don't like
not
shy
even
girls.
shy. I don't like the fact that
you
just completely shut down when I'm introducing you to like family or friends that you heard about it. Yeah.
Shy. That's shy. If I'm in a place where I don't know nobody, you want somebody that's still outgoing and like, hey, how are you? So you want an Aries. Okay, let's move on.
I don't. That's not even it. It's just weird. Like, it's like when you go to a job interview. You don't know them, but you know they're going to be part of
It's a little different, though. When you're in a social setting and you don't know anyone.
But you're not going to shut down because you don't know the person asking you questions about you.
I'm not now, but there was a time before in my life that I would because, honestly, because I was just an insecure person at that time. So it's like whenever I would meet people, I would kind of go into my shell, like the Cancer that I am. I would go into my shell because I would just feel like, I don't really know these people. They don't know me. And I'm somebody, it takes a lot for me to open up to people. People always get, the surface me. I'm very polite. Hey, how are you? The smiles and everything. But for me to actually open up and become friends with someone, it takes a lot because I have to vet people and understand like where their energy is, how they are as a person. So when I meet people... But you know how to
be social though.
Yeah, I know how to be social.
See, that's the thing I'm talking about. Some people don't know how to be social, just period. They just come out and just be like... shy and don't say nothing else. And that's just it.
Do you make them feel comfortable? Do you step out of your comfort zone and say, make them come
I'm always doing double work. Like, and it's like, that's okay to a certain extent, but it's like you got all this personality behind closed doors. You got all this personality when we out somewhere else.
Because they know you and feel comfortable around you, right?
That's great. I'm still there. It should translate over to other environments, other settings too. But that's just me. I can't do that. Like, you got to be the same person in every arena.
Well, that's fine. Everybody got their preferences. You prefer not to be with somebody that's socially awkward and would be kind of don't want to talk when they're around a group.
You can be whatever. My thing is, just don't switch up. I just
wanted to ask you which was something you didn't like. You know why? Where I was going with this is that when you find something that you don't like in your mate, why can't you work with them to build that confidence? Because I'm somebody who really was shy, like when I would meet new people, and so instead of you being like, "Ooh, this girl, like I can't date her because she don't want to talk to people." I'm talking. But so
you got me fucked up though. Like, you saying the wrong thing. I didn't say, so you can't talk about that.
For example, the whole point that I'm making out of this though is instead of saying I can't date somebody like this, if they are meeting everything else and then they've kind of just like when you guys go out in public, they are not as social as they are at home. Why can't you build up her confidence? Because if somebody is shy and doesn't want to talk and they're drawn back, something's going on internally. They don't feel confident, right? So why can't you make her feel more confident? What I'm saying and what I mean by all of this is that when we see a weakness in our mate, now I'm not saying if it's somebody that don't work and they're a complete loser or something, like, no, don't work with that. But if it's somebody who has something going on and you think they're a great person, but I notice they're not as confident when we're out in public, why can't I go the extra mile and build that up inside of them? Because when you build your mate up, then all of a sudden they have that quality that you were looking for. So I feel like, and I think right now in society, we instantly are just like, oh no, they don't do that. I don't want to deal with them. We don't ever want to work and build together. Nobody is going to come and check every mark, right? But you can build that person up, and now all of a sudden when they go out, they confident. They confident why? Because you made them feel confident. They confident because they with you and y'all, you done brought them on the floor, took them out of their element. It's me and you, baby. Let's do this. Let's dance. Laugh, have fun, but bring them up a notch and make them feel good. Just like me. I'm going to let you know. I cannot... There's a lot of things I don't like when I'm dating people, but I'm trying to pinpoint something that I feel is workable. So like, I do not like someone who is easily like, they get easily frustrated and angered. I don't like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and if I know that you're like that, now that's something actually not workable, actually. I'm sorry, no. If you've got rage, bye. So let me think of something else.
But take on what you said real quick, though.
What?
I honestly feel like, if anything, out of all my relationships, I really feel like I have been the one who built her up for another man. If anything. Like, 2 of my exes are married. You're welcome. Like, I should have got a thank you card or, a gift card to Starbucks or something for that. Like, I was there.
So what role did you play in the relationship?
The crash test dummy.
What role did you play in the relationship going south?
The crash test dummy. I literally let a lot of things happen that normally I wouldn't even take. I wouldn't deal with that stuff if it was anybody else, because we give people chances. We give them those moments to be like, you're not perfect. I'm not perfect. We can skate over this and come back to another time, but just know that I don't like this. We're going to have to talk about it at some point. It's always been like that, and I have no problem with that. My thing is when literally it's the same thing over and over and over again. And when I've told you repeat, like, can we fix this? Like, I'm not going to marry this. Knowing that you do this, I'm not going to be financially turned on by you anymore. I don't want to buy no ring. I don't want to buy no house.
Turned on.
Yeah, you have to financially turn us on. Like, you can be pretty as hell. You can do whatever you want to in the bed. You can be the finest thing walking in the street, and everybody give me all the compliments. Man, where you find that? Woo-woo. It don't matter. If you don't turn me on financially, I'm not gonna fund your hair getting done. I'm not gonna fund your nails getting done.
And what would turn you off financially? I want to know, because I got to keep the wallets turned on, ladies. So let's get the tea.
I can't speak for all dudes, because some dudes are way, way simpler. Some dudes are more complex than me.
Okay, but for the Pisces man,
for me,
for the Pisces man.
Not even. I can't speak for all of them.
I'm just kidding.
The February ones are fucked up, but yeah.
Just the February. Lord Jesus.
Yeah, and like 25% of March. I can't speak for. Neither here nor there. All I'm saying is that a horrible attitude, a horrible mind state. Prime example: a friend of mine gonna post the other day. If you become my man, you are responsible for my hair, my nails, my clothes, and taking me on Dubai trips and yada yada yada.
Okay.
First thing I want to ask is, like, what are you doing to?
That's a hot mess.
What are you doing to deserve this? You can't just. I'm not pursuing you to give you my bank account and my good credit and my funds and everything that I've earned. Like, what do you offer, ma'am? Because from what I see, you can't keep a relationship to save your life. You easily persuaded by fuckboys. You don't really know how to keep a good girlfriend because they either jealous of you or you just don't know how to talk to anybody because you just have a badass attitude in general. How are we supposed to translate that into a marriage and a successful one at that?
And that is a problem. I agree with you because I think people have really unrealistic expectations of what a relationship looks like now. They literally try to get their relationship goals from celebrities and social media, and it's just dumb. Like, what do you mean your relationship consists of your man paying for your nails and your hair? Like, that's a given and everything, but I hope the standards are a little bit better. Like, your nails and hair.
And somewhere in the world, there are old gentlemen who will just fund you because you're pretty, but guess what? They're called sugar daddies.
Absolutely, they will.
They're called sugar daddies.
And they come with a lot, too. It's like a job.
They want some sugar. They are not.
It's an unpleasant job that you don't want to do, ladies. Don't fall victim.
I followed this one girl on Instagram. I'm not going to say her name because I really
don't
like her.
Don't believe the hype, y'all. They lying out here.
She had to, I think he made her post a picture of him in the background of one of her pictures one time.
Jeez, no.
He looked like a gargoyle in the pool. And I'm pretty sure he's the one that's been funding every trip, every photographer, every model photo shoot, makeup session. I'm 1,000% sure that that's what that was. And if you want that, that's cool. But don't expect that from a dude that's randomly on the street, because that's not realistic. You just gonna get whatever comes with a dreadhead or an R&B singer or the quiet nerd anime player, or, you know what I'm saying? Choose wisely the guy that you like, because you're gonna get the shit that comes with it.
Choose wisely and hold your standards, because the thing about it is that oh, honey, we have them. Don't come for the ladies tonight because I don't want to have to cut you up in here.
Look, I got weapons.
We have standards. The thing about it is I think that because a lot of women settle. They begin to lower their standards because they're like, oh, I haven't met this person. I'll just go ahead and talk to this dude who has been wanting to talk to me and wants to take me out. Mm-hmm. And they say, oh, yeah, I only wanted to date somebody who, worked this type of job, or I only wanted to date a man who did this, but I'm going to go ahead and give this other dude a try. Knowing dang well he don't meet none of the criteria that you got, but you just going to go for him because it's entertainment, because you're bored, and because at the time you can't meet. Sometimes you are literally sometimes it is hard to meet good men. Mm-hmm. Just like it's hard for you to meet good women.
That could be the soulmate.
So so sometimes because of that difficulty, I think what happens is that people settle. But I think if you set your standards and you know that in the right time you will meet that person and you keep your standards, then we can avoid all that foolishness. Because I think it's just a lot of foolishness happening on the dating scene right now. Like you just said, the girl said, oh, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this. Well, first of all, before you ask somebody to do something, I don't care. Y'all know, listen, I want a man that take care of me and all those things, but I also when he meets me, I need to be doing that for myself. You know why? Because if he sees me treating myself like this, if he see that I only want the best for myself, oh, wait a minute, I'm going to get my nails done. He called me, oh, I just left and got my pedi and my mani. Oh, snap. He gonna want to pay for it next time. I ain't even gonna have to ask because he's gonna be like, oh yeah, you know, I love that color you got. You know what? Next time you go, I'm a cash app you, baby. You know why? Because he see I'm doing it on my own. Don't nobody want to come in and feel like you ain't been doing all this stuff and now you with me and you got a bill.
I don't want to rehab.
Ain't nobody trying to do that. No.
I don't want to rehab nobody.
No,
I don't want to sponsor nobody, especially if you're not even playing for my team. Like, this not gonna work. It's not gonna work. And I'm very simple. I don't even ask.
I think you lying though. I think you lying. You know why?
You always think somebody lying.
You know why I think you lying though?
Why?
Because Pisces get off on providing.
You don't know.
They get off on it. They get off.
Me.
Okay.
Man, you don't know me.
If there's any Pisces,
you don't know my life
like this right now,
you don't know what.
Know that you get off on being a provider and going above and beyond. Pisces like that. They enjoy being a provider. I really believe that about Pisces men. I don't know.
I don't even have no other Pisces males on my page, honestly. I think like it's all Pisces women, and
I like Pisces women.
They are the total opposite. The total opposite.
Oh, now they're the total opposite.
This is a good thing. This is a good thing. They can fit in to where, you know, what places I'm missing. I used to be like super simp in relationships early on. Like that's what I thought you were supposed to do.
That doesn't make you a simp because you're a provider, but go ahead.
Without even getting anything in return, like you're not even getting a kiss, a phone call. They barely text you. You trying to make a date, they sending you off, and then as soon as you don't answer the phone, they cussing you out. You apologizing. Like I used to be that dude.
Yeah, we like the toxics.
You know that. I don't know what attracts toxins. I don't know the ocean. Like I'm the ocean, and I don't know shit. Like it's always been something where I attract my opposite. The one that actually comes for me, like trying to see where I'm at, what I'm doing. Let me come see. I'll come by. I'll bring food, whatever. Okay, cool. Toxic as hell. Probably come out of a bad relationship. You know, looking for an escape, a breath of fresh air. In 2012, I actually got this shirt, and it said on the front, it was like a dude holding a gun at a Cupid, and it said, "Do not touch me," and it said "Team Single 1" on the back. I wore that shirt when I went on dates. Do you know I actually got numbers? More numbers than I ever had. Like, I literally was having, like, the time of my life.
Women love assholes. I don't know what it is, but we do. I'm just being honest.
And then I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead and fake, like, I'm a fuckboy until I just trap one of y'all into a healthy, successful relationship. And then y'all just going to be mad, but it's going to be too late because you got a ring already. I was going to actually try that, and it didn't work. So... I don't know.
I think women, though, we get out of that fuckboy stage.
When y'all like 40.
No. It's like late 20s. We get out of that stage. It's like, you get tired of that. You get so tired of that. So.
Hot Girl Summer kind of kicks shit back off again. So even ones in their 40s.
Who participated in Hot Girl Summer? Ain't nobody doing that no more.
I mean,
nobody wants to be city girls, and I like them and everything, and I like the music. But I'm just saying, nobody wants to live that life. People want to be married. People want to be flourishing. Yes, I have.
Have
but
you
I'm
been to
saying,
R&B
like,
only when that song comes on? Really, bitch, give a fuck. They all hopped up.
Yes, they like that. It's a catchy song. You know it is.
That is a mind state.
Because I think about, I know I'm a real ass chick and I could give a fuck about a nigga. Hey, a big Birkin bag, but I don't got a big Birkin.
But that's
you know
the dude
what I mean,
that you want to pay your bills, though. Like,
no,
you don't give a fuck about me, but I gotta pay your bills, though. Like, you gotta like me a little bit.
Well, I'm gonna be in a relationship with a man, not a nigga. So let's set that record straight.
Oh,
we said we don't give a fuck about a nigga.
It's semantics. Okay, that's what we on now. Okay.
I'm just saying.
So when Too Short said "fuck these bitches," he wasn't talking about women in general, just the ones who.
No, he wasn't talking about me. He wasn't talking about me. No,
he's just talking about the bitches.
I'm a lady.
Right. So he's just talking about the bitches, though.
I'm who B.I.G. would say. I see some ladies tonight to be having my baby. That's what. That's the rapper who was talking about me.
I mean, he was promoting unprotected sex.
Oh my God.
And single woman parenthood, but it's okay.
Hey, don't come for the single moms.
That's what Biggie said.
I got 2 kids, baby, and I hold it down, honey. Please,
okay,
please. You couldn't walk a mile in my boots, boo.
Damn it, I got my stepdaddy license. I'm trying to exercise it. Nobody acting right. So I was in a relationship for one day.
I hope you know that stepdaddy
don't expire either.
That stepdaddy role,
mm-hmm.
That's a lifetime role. When you become somebody's stepdad, that it don't end after the relationship. That's what you need to realize. When you become somebody's stepdad, it does not end after the relationship.
Well, you need to call. You need to call somebody because she got me blocked right now. But you got to call somebody and tell her that.
You can't see the child no more.
No, of course not. I bought her ass a damn Disney princess Power Wheel and everything. The mama gonna call me. The grandmother called me. I'm about something. What are you gonna do with the baby's car? I'm not gonna give it back to you. You can sell it to give it to your drug addict ex-husband, drug dealer. I'm not finna do none of that. It was a whole mess. I'm like, y'all want me to keep providing, keep giving stuff, keep doing stuff.
Oh, hell no.
But y'all don't want me to see the child. And I literally had her in my house raising her for a year.
Now, that's some weird stuff. Because now, what person, that's somebody, so you got to be careful for the unhealed and bitter. Because that's somebody that's unhealed and bitter. You're not about to sit here and keep your child from a good father. Let me go on the record right now and let you women know.
Tell it.
That are keeping men from their children. You should be ashamed of yourself. You are hurting your child, and it's not right. And that's all I'm going to say, because you know what? Now, if the man is a hot mess and he really is somebody you don't want around your child, inconsistent, in and out, all that stuff, okay. But if he has stepped up and he's a great father and you mad about some personal business and you keeping your child from building that relationship with their father, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. And you should be ashamed of yourself, because at the end of the day, you are hurting your child. And as their mother, you can't possibly be okay with that. Like me, I'm going to always do what's best for my child. I'm going to put my feelings to the side when it comes to my child. If I got to stand next to somebody, trust me, it hasn't. We had some issues. I ain't even going to get into that. I've had some issues with my child's fathers. I got 2 child fathers. I'm going to say fathers. Lord help me, Jesus. I repent, Lord. But I'm serious. But I would never even keep my children from their fathers, because at the end of the day, now if they had some problems, absolutely. If it was for their safety, absolutely. But just because I don't like them, or just because me and him got some personal issues, I wouldn't even do that, because it's detrimental to the child, and I don't condone that. Now, if you're keeping him from your child because he's inconsistent, he broke, he ain't never helping, he always on pills and everything, cool. Do what you do. Mm-hmm. Do what's right. But with your situation, that ain't right. That ain't right at all, because especially it's a girl. Right? It's a young girl.
She had 2 daughters.
See? It's not, when it's
the 5-year-old was a demon, so she don't really count. The youngest one,
I was advocating for you, and then you said that. Like, what in the world?
There is a Chronicles about the demon seed. I'm going to stand on this one.
Oh, my God. No, that's so wrong. Don't call no baby that no more. Please don't.
It's not human. It was
going through something, obviously.
And hurt people don't mind hurting people. Like the mama, the grandma, and the 5-year-old. If you want to see how the parent really is, look at a child, just this natural essence. And this little girl was pure evil. You never seen it. You've never seen it, obviously. If you have seen it, you would be like, oh my God, you got that in your house? Yes, it was in my house. Literally. Hanging from the ceiling some nights. Like, it was in here. She was a damn bat. She was a bat. I don't know. She was bred with something. She was not human. I don't care what nobody. You fight me. I don't care if a daddy watching. I'm probably still watching me. I don't know. It's been like 8 years. Fight me. I do not care. That child is something else.
She needs love.
I'm
telling you.
Yeah.
With kids,
yeah.
I'm getting on another subject, but with kids, love and attention makes a world of difference for them. Just think about it. You can take, I don't care what nobody say, you can take the most unruly child. I won't say bad, because I don't think kids are bad. I think that they just need attention, and maybe they're being steered in the wrong direction. You can take the most unruly child and give them attention for a whole week. I mean, full attention. Yeah. Show up to their school. I mean, pack their lunch every day. Like, just go above and beyond.
I got a story for you.
And I bet you that they will do a complete 180 by the end of the week.
Exactly, complete 180.
Yeah,
she
they
was
turn around.
Angel for her daddy, though.
No.
Deadbeat, jobless, living with his mama in Elgin somewhere, taking care of some other woman and her 5 kids, but won't take care of his one. This daddy.
Oh, jeez. No. I hate men like that.
Buying J's and PlayStation 3 games, but won't buy his daughter some $10 shoes from Walmart, whatever. This nigga. She love him. He can't do no wrong. She love him. We go pick her up from his house one day. She get in the car. Perfect angel. Talking about something. She had fun. They were doing homework together. And she was on the swing. Yada, yada. She asked if we can go to McDonald's. We passed by there. Mama said, "Nah, we got food at the house." Have you ever seen The Exorcism of Emily Rose?
Yes, I'm not. You know what? I'm not about to play with you tonight. She did that. Stop it. Now you lying.
All I heard coming from the back seat, her sister was sitting next to her, and I saw in the review I could see the little one. That's when I liked. The little one sitting behind me, and she was off the side. I couldn't really see. All I heard was.
What? Oh, Jesus.
I stopped the car and looked, and she was literally in the back seat. I want to go to McDonald's. You really about to go purge? No, The Grudge or whatever. Any movie that involves somebody dying, she's about to go straight.
Goodness.
The Conjuring in my back seat. I literally let every window down. It was like, whatever you doing, can you please let it out of your body? Please let it go. Let it go.
I would have right there just started praying in the Holy Ghost, please. Can't no demon come in my car, baby. I will start praying so quick, honey. Right now, I plead the blood of Jesus over you, honey. I would have just started getting into it, honey, because let me tell you, when you begin to pray, listen, I know this is Chronicles and we're not supposed to get on prayer, y'all. But there is power in prayer, honey. You will be surprised at what turns around when you open up your mouth and you start speaking some things out your mouth and you get into a posture of prayer, please. I have had crazy things happen. And I believe that. I believe that you have to intercede over your children. I believe it. You know, I'm just saying, you need to intercede over her because something was going on. Something was going on and she needed, and then also you gotta think about it. If she was so happy when she came back from her dad's, so something was going on there. She was feeling something. Even though I know she was bad. Listen, I don't like calling kids bad, but I have been around kids that are unruly, and I think that they just needed a lot attention and love because. I think some kids really just don't get enough attention and love. I really do. And I don't know if they bad. I think they really just misguided.
And as we drove away, I really thought to myself, like, am I really taking this inside my house? Like, I'm going to sleep.
You would have felt better if you began to pray. I'm messing with y'all, but I'm serious.
There's so many movies where they threw the holy water and it didn't do nothing to make the demon worse. And this was one of them times. Because I think it's whatever connection she had with her daddy. I don't know if it was otherworldly, whatever.
Or did her dad, was her dad one of those people that was sitting there talking bad about y'all? You never know what's going on. What was going on? Why was she so angry? It's something going on there. And you know, there are some people that are so miserable and so immature that they will sit there and talk with a kid about another adult. Mm-hmm. So you don't know what was going on.
Like,
maybe he was being inappropriate in the way of talking about y'all. So when she got back in the car, she was already mad. And then when she said no to McDonald's, that just took her over the edge. You know, kids can't control their emotions. They just be all over the place.
I think she got spoiled when she was with him.
Now I guess it's easy to spoil somebody when it's only for a day.
When you barely see, right? Yeah. So you know you go all out. You know we going to the park, we going to the pool. I got extra $5. You go Happy Meal tour, whatever.
Yeah, I dealt with that because my
you
son, I was always the mean parent because you know I'm the parent there all the time. And when he goes to his dad's, it's all fun and bliss, but it's cool.
But I mean, and plus she's older than her sister who just turned 3 and was a total opposite, total angel, total sweetheart. We go to Target. She go to the toy section and literally look around. She wouldn't even reach for nothing. I'd be like, "Did you want something?" She's like, "No, I'm okay." I'm like, "Get something, because you too nice about this whole. You look at all these toys. You don't want nothing. No, I'm good." Aww. Oh, see, I'm finna buy you everything for your birthday now. Mm-hmm. You acting up. The 5-year-old, I want this. What are you gonna do with a blender? Put the blender down. Stop touching the vacuum cleaner. What do you want the pillow for? What do you want a pillow for? Like, just touching just to be touching stuff. They're gonna throw a tantrum and.
But see, she was older, right?
Yeah.
So she had it in her mind. You don't want to hear this, but she had it in her mind that you were the reason that her parents weren't together. She believes that. I'm telling you, that's how kids be thinking. They think like they don't know. Yeah, they don't know relationships, right? Mm-hmm. So in their mind, they're like, "Oh, my mom is with him, and he's the reason why my mom and my dad. That's why I don't like him." That's how kids think. Because they don't get relationships. They don't get how they actually like work and stuff. So they just think like, "Oh, if my mommy wasn't with him, then she would be with my daddy, and we would just live this Disney World life." You know, like,
and I legit that's how kids think. Like, I got on the 5-year-old level. I was like, "Do you want to live with your daddy?" And she was like, "No."
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm wrong then.
I'm like, "Why don't you want to live with her?" "I don't like the smoke." Okay.
That's heavy for a baby to say.
Right. 5. I mean, she had some smart kids, like smart as hell. But that one just had an evil streak to her. And it was just like, okay, another prime example. The daddy was like, "I'm finna come take mine, and we finna go to, I don't know where the hell they went." So it was just me, the mama, and the little one. We went to Dave & Buster's. No, Enchanted Castle. Just got paid that weekend. We balled out. Just got all the games, everything, having a ball, all the candy, everything. Just I was having a ball too. I left her in the car trying to hurry up and get in there. So of course, Daddy calls the end of the night, like, "Yeah, I forgot. I got to do something tomorrow. Can y'all come and get her?" Luckily, it was in Lombard, so it wasn't too far away. Now I gotta explain to this 5-year-old, we got all these toys and candy and all of this stuff. Cause I'm thinking, cool, we ain't gotta see her, so she gonna get mad about us going. So she gonna know she got a purse now. She got a gummy rope that's like 3 feet long. She chewing on the whole thing, smiling. Her sister get in the car. She in her face. I got candy. Little girl gonna get caught. Look at me. You want to get candy without me? So now now I'm the enemy immediately, just because of bad timing.
Well, did you tell her?
Yes.
Well, we did this while you were gone.
Not
laughing. Because we didn't want. See, and it's no disrespect to her mom, but you probably don't want to laugh. And it's like, I think people don't give kids enough credit of trying to explain what's going on. Like me, I'll explain to my kids, and like, people think that's dumb or whatever, but I'll explain to my 7-year-old, like, if he thought that, I would explain it to him, because I would say, you were with your dad and we did a different activity. Mm-hmm. We didn't do it because you weren't here. We didn't say, "Oh yeah, you're not here, we're gonna go and celebrate." No, we wanted to do something fun while you were having fun with your dad. We wanted to have fun with your sister. So I think that that's okay. But I think that you should explain it to kids, because in a kid's mind, you don't understand. Like, kids really like, and especially when you're siblings, because I used to do it all the time with my older sister, and I would think like, "Oh, she got to do that. Oh, I want to do that. Oh, she did that. I want that too." Mm-hmm. Like, it's like you got to do the same thing. But see, as they get older and they understand, like, see, my son, and he's 7, so he already knows. Like, sometimes he'll get jealous of my daughter and he'll say something like, "Oh, you only care about Millie," and I'm like, no, I have to help Millie more because she's only 1 year old. Mm-hmm. She doesn't know how to feed herself, so I have to feed her.
Right.
So I explain it to him, so then he realizes, oh, wait a minute, she is way littler than me. So all you have to do is explain it. I know you don't want to do that because you feel like she bad and everything, but I really just think I think she was really someone who she desired attention. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what it came down to.
Yeah.
But I'm like, this is my thing. even in her most angry moments, when she decides to say all kind of crazy shit like, I hate being here, I want to go see my daddy, yada, 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 I'm going to agree with her. I'm never going to like tell her she's doing anything wrong, saying anything wrong. You have a right to feel how you feel.
Why would you agree with that? Saying she hated it, she want to go see her.
She has a right to feel like that, but she shouldn't hate anything. I mean, I can't raise her.
Yeah, no, you can't let her say hate. She hasn't lived long enough.
She's already lived for 5 years under turmoil and a very limited mind
state. You said it right there, though. Do you understand what you just said? She was living in turmoil.
But she has to be. You can't just like shut somebody down and make them think something different. You gotta just coerce them and think, okay, if you really want to do that, let's make this happen for you. So she can see. So
you said, okay, let's pack your bag.
Right.
You so
Hear me out. We go. Okay. We come in the house. I'm like putting her clothes in the bed. Her daddy's on the phone with the mama. They arguing. I'm like, are you sure you want to go? She's like, I want to go with my daddy. But she's like trying to cry a little bit because she don't really want to go.
She don't really want to go.
She see her little sister over there with the toy. Now, mind you, the 3-year-old, she a gangster. She over in the corner with her toys and candy watching Dora. She ignoring everything. She's like, I ain't going over there. So we put everything in the car. Pull up to daddy's house.
Oh, no.
He come outside. You ready to go? I don't want to go in there. Oh, now it's confusion. I'm like, I'm just doing what your daughter told me to do. I have nothing against none y'all doing. I'm just a transportation. I'm the vessel. 3-year-old knocked down sleep. She done ate candy. She good. She, you know.
Well, I want to just interrupt you in the midst of this wonderful story and say I'm so glad you out of that situation. Because it sounds like it was dysfunctional. And it sounds like it was chaotic. And I don't want that. I don't want that for you.
It was
I don't want that for you.
Perfect. When the 5-year-old was with her daddy.
But listen,
it was literally like
you gotta understand this one thing though, and this is what all men and women, women need to understand this too, because women have this real bad. When you get in a relationship with someone who has kids, you have to build a relationship with that child. You have to be able to care about that child. If you find yourself thinking anything
I think that was for you
bad about that child, then you don't need to be with nobody with kids. I'm sorry, but that's how I feel. If you are in a relationship with someone and they have a child and you have a negative feeling about their child, then you need to go on and dismiss yourself from the relationship because you need to love that child and you shouldn't have no bad feelings about them. And if you, and I get it, sometimes they are unruly, right? Like you said, but you got to think about it. This child thought that you was the reason that her parents weren't together.
And I showed her flat out that I had to show her that it was him.
Hey, Fallon.
What up, Miss Fallon? I had to show her straight up. I wasn't trying to show her like her daddy wasn't shit, but I wanted her to come to her own conclusion that it wasn't about me.
Okay.
So we pulled up. They got to arguing again. And I'm just like, I didn't bring y'all over to argue. And you see how that's
too much for these kids? Them doing all that in front of these children. You know that's a lot.
And I told them to chill. I'm thinking we just gonna drop her off so that she can turn into an angel again. Cause that's where she turns into an angel with him. That was the initial thing. Not to just be like petty and like, oh yeah, if I bring her and they gonna argue and she gonna see it. Now she
no, I know you wasn't doing it to being petty, but I'm saying she was so used to dysfunction. She got over here around you. And
she don't
sometimes sometimes kids, they don't know how to process it. And I feel like she was just kind of angry. It's honestly what I get from her, because she's saying she want to go to her dad's, but then when you guys brought her there, she knew she didn't really want to go there.
Yeah.
She was saying that because she wanted to see what your reaction was going to be.
And I would
because
do whatever
I think
she wanted
in her mind, I think she really wanted you to like
tell
love her.
No, what? Fuck that.
She wanted
that's where it starts. When y'all say one thing, wants to do something else, I don't appreciate that. That's what
I do that all the time, y'all. But I'm working on being more assertive and not passive, because I'm a super passive person.
Just say what you want.
And I like to throw out them subliminals. Because see, I like people to do what they want. I want you to do it on your own. I want you to do it on your own. See, like, men, I'm going to give you a little bit of game. Like, women, we want you to do it on your own. We don't want to have to coach you through everything. We want you to kind of, like, do some things on your own. Right?
And that's fine. If you just say what it is, it can be done.
But why do I have to tell you? I want you to do it on your own. You're not doing it on your own if I'm telling you what to do.
You a whole grown woman with a mouth. If you want something specifically done, just say it. the car not starting or whatever. Something like you got a flat tire. You got to tell me, just tell me the tire flat. I know how to go get it done. I know how to either change the tire or take it somewhere to get a new one. That's what's going to happen. But I have to be told. You can't just walk outside and be like, how long you been driving? Right.
I can't drive my car today.
You can't just...
And then that's when I'm expecting you to say, why? When I say, I couldn't even drive. I wanted to go to the grocery store, but couldn't even go today.
And now I'm hungry.
And then you would say, why? That's when you would say, why? What happened? And I would say, oh my gosh, I got a flat tire today. And then you would say, oh, don't worry about it. I'm going to take care of it.
Exactly.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So,
but it needs to be expressed. It can't.
That was me expressing it by saying I couldn't drive today. I was planning to go to the grocery store today and couldn't make it. And then you would say,
but y'all,
what happened? No. Then you would say. But y'all,
no. But y'all like the man that's gonna be like, well, Dan, you should go ahead and get that taken care of. That's messed up right there.
No, we don't like that. Listen.
From the passenger seat, reclining. Man, that's messed up. I think your other tire getting low, too. I see the little thing on it. Fallon said, these hoes need to know. Men can take the time to learn our body, but not to learn how to
Oh, yes! That's it right there. That's it right there, because men can. They can take the time to learn every curve, baby. But then when it comes time to stepping up to the plate,
you spell niggas wrong. Because men don't do that. The boys that y'all like that don't want to do anything.
He is lying, Fallon. Thank you.
Y'all been...
We gonna set the record straight, and we know Pisces like to lie. Let's be honest, but
y'all
it's
been
okay.
Scarred as hell. I done got my share of cars fixed. I got a receipt filed long enough to...
Okay, you fixed the woman's car before, okay.
And she didn't ask me to do it. It just needed to be done.
I believe that, though, because I know Pisces are... You're a Pisces, and I truly know, like, from my own experience being with a Pisces, they are great providers, okay? Cheaters, very, got infidelity problems, but great providers. So yeah. But anyways, moving on. You probably did do that. But
my thing, that you like.
My thing is this. At the end of the day, men, and we actually, Fallon, you missed the part where we were talking about growing your mate, because men need to take time to actually put in the work.
Fallon, you ain't shit. First of all, what'd you say? We'll fix this car. First of all, you ain't shit. Second of all,
let them know, Fallon.
I'm part of the Faithful Black Man Association. My card is in the mail. I had to get a new one printed because I wore the other one out. All I'm saying is that
he's so full of it,
we are going to be faithful to you.
He told me earlier that there were 7 women that
I knew. I wasn't dating them all.
You said there were 7 women
that I knew.
You like traits in all of them, and you wish you could just combine them all to build.
Communication.
Are you serious right now?
You don't know 8 dudes that you would love to create a Superman of?
Absolutely not. I don't even know 8 dudes that I would
Strength,
even
agility,
date. No.
Intelligence, money, good dick, and security. None of that. You don't see none of that you would want for yourself. Only
not
one
an
person.
8, no.
I'm not saying be with all 8 of them, but have all the qualities in one person.
The type of person I am is that I'm the type of person that I told you about, and that's my flaw. I'm the type of person that I will try to build my man up.
Brandon, what's good?
If I see that my man is lacking in a certain area, I am going to build him up by giving him confidence, by making him feel good, by giving him affirmations and positivity to make him know that, you know what, you can do this. I'm going to let him know that he can do anything that he wants to do, and I'm going to build him up to be the man I know he can be. I'm not going to go and say, oh, well, you know what? Nope, don't interrupt me. I'm not going to go and say, oh, well, Michael he makes good money, so I like Michael for his money. And, James, he good in bed, so I'm going to talk to James too. And then, I like this guy because he's funny. No, I'm going to just focus on one person, but at the same time, we have to recognize what qualities, like, people do not know how to be in relationships anymore. People are so quick to get out of a relationship when they see something isn't working. Like, if you know that your spouse is weak in an area, why would you just go and be like, I'm going to just go date somebody else? Or, he ain't got a lot of money, so I'm going to just go around the block and date so-and-so who got the big bags. Like, no. That's a hot mess. You have to build with your mate. We got to get back to the mentality where we are building together. It doesn't matter. Ain't nobody gonna be perfect. Hey, you gonna find a flaw in every person, right? Every person got a flaw. Nobody's perfect, right? So, because nobody's Jesus. So none of us are perfect.
Let me tell you something.
You're going to have to build your mate up. My problem is that people don't want to work together to get to an end goal. Everybody's just like, oh, well, he don't have enough money, so I'm going to just go date another dude that got more money. Oh, well, he don't have the right mindset. So instead of trying to help him, be like, you know what, dude, you don't got to live that life. Like, why are you trying to get fast money? I can see you doing something different. I can see you getting into management. I can see you doing these things. Help him. Do his resume. I don't know. But do something to build your mate up. We got to get to a point where we are building each other up and elevating each other. Because what's happening now is we tearing each other down constantly. Everybody's always looking for superficial things. Oh, do he got money? Ooh, do she got a big ass? Like, come on. Like, let's get some real substance happening here.
I don't even want the big ass no more. That's stressful.
Please,
my
you
thing
do.
My thing
Dudes
is,
love the big booty. Listen, I don't have no big booty, but I am a cutie, okay?
I went through that phase in my life. It was stressful as hell.
What was stressful about it? Everybody wanted to talk to her?
No, not even that. Like, we just walked through the mall and she was just getting like a standing ovation. Like, right hand of God, that really happened on the other side. I'll never forget that shit as long as I live. But it was crazy. But that's not what the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is, you said you're going to build the man up to the man you think he can be, or he should be.
Wait a minute now. Let's not. I did say that, but I want to clarify.
Can I stop?
If you are a
talk?
loser,
Can I talk, though?
then we're not doing that. If
now,
you don't work,
now you interrupt.
No, I want to make things clear, because we're not building a dude that don't work, that ain't got no goals, and is a complete loser. I'm talking about building the dude. I just want to clarify for the audience. I'm talking about building the dude that's already on the right path. He's already on the right path. Ladies, don't waste your time with the losers. The lost causes, okay? I hate to say it like that, but I think women so often, we think we can change people with love. Mm-hmm. Run, ladies, because I've done that before. And you can't change nobody with love. So, let's go ahead. Go ahead and say what you
Your biggest mistake when building
being
anything.
Nice.
Not even that. Not even that. It's nice to be nice. I love a sweetheart. Like, it makes me feel safe. You ain't no ratchet and be out here just being mean, doing dumb shit.
Yeah, I like that. Help maintain y'all. Absolutely.
Exactly. Maintain, because you're not going to build him into anything. Mm-hmm. The structure is there. The foundation is there. You can't make him
When I
anything.
say build, I mean building together, though. Like, you see weakness in your woman. Like, say, for example, you see that your woman doesn't have the best time management. I'm just using that as an example. Mm-hmm. And then your woman sees that you're not the best with money because you always want to buy the latest this and that. Mm-hmm. This is just an example. So building, when I say building, I don't mean literally like, I'm going to take you from a 0 to 100. No, I'm saying we're going to build together and work on our own imperfections and say, you know what, call each other out and say, you know, babe, we've been trying to save, so I see that you just bought a new pair of shoes today, and we've been trying to save, so can you, like, let's try to focus on what our goals are. And then you say, you know, babe, I saw this morning that you was running late because you know, when the alarm went off, you hit snooze 5 times. Mm-hmm. You know, you probably, let's work together so that you can be on time, so that you don't feel frustrated with your day. So it's like building each other, is seeing each other's flaws, recognizing those flaws, and then taking the time to speak with each other in a healthy way to change it.
Absolutely. In some of those instances, though, you're going to run into somebody who feels that they don't need to be changed. They don't want to be built up. They don't want to, they want you to accept them for who they are.
You gotta leave them where they at.
You know what I'm saying? And it might be the simplest. It might be like, oh, you left your shoes over there. They're supposed to be on the shoe. Well, shit, when they right there, I can go ahead and throw my coat on, my shoes right there. I can be out the door. It can be the simplest thing. you're not going to tear me down to rebuild me to do what you want. And a lot of women, I think, make the mistake of trying to build the man that they want versus the man that he is.
But your problem is right here. You said you're not going to tear me down to make me do what you want. See, it's about a winning thing for you.
No.
It seems like it's about a winning thing.
Some women do actually try to adjust because they can't have the man that they want because either he a jailbird or he a cheater or he a liar, he a whatever the case. He's not
making fun of me,
anything.
y'all. I told him about how I dated this dude
not.
from jail
It's an example.
before. Now he tried to bring it up on the live. Okay, whatever.
I didn't even say nothing about you. I'm saying as an example, if that's the kind of guy that you like that doesn't want to do what's fitting for y'all to be together, then maybe he ain't it, sis.
Exactly. And what did I tell you earlier? I said sometimes your type is the reason that you're single. So absolutely, as we grow and we mature, our type is going to change. Like a lot of women, I know I can speak for myself. I loved bad boys. I loved like the hood dudes. You know, I love the hood dudes, which is so funny because I'm like, I'm like kind of nerdy and everything, but I always loved hood dudes or whatever. I don't know if it's exciting for me or what it is, but I think that I can relate to them because I just look like this, y'all. I've been through a lot, so I like to relate to the hood dudes and everything. So my thing is this:
how do you relate to the hood dudes? You're not hood.
Because I've been through a lot. I don't look like what I've been through, baby. I've been in them trenches, please. So, anyway.
We don't talk after this, man.
So, anyways.
She know all the trap songs and shit, be on her stories, rapping.
I do. I love all the
She a drug dealer.
I'm so sick of him because he's trying to make fun of me and I'm trying to make a point right now.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is that eventually your type, as you mature and you grow and you also learn more about yourself and you become more confident and you have higher, if you love yourself more, your type is going to change. Your standards are going to change, right? And for some women, they learn to love themselves as they go, and as they begin to love themselves, they have higher standards and they can create those. But a lot of the times, yeah, absolutely, your type is going to change. You're dating a certain type of dude. Maybe it's exciting. Maybe it's something that but my thing is that your type eventually is going to change based on, one, you realize, like, wait a minute, I've been liking this type of dude, and I realize, like, it's not really going nowhere with these types. Like, they always be cheating, or they're not faithful, whatever the case. So you're going to go away from that. So I'm saying, like, what I mean by this is that at some point, we all have to realize, one, what are you looking for in a relationship? Two, set your standards and don't settle. And then three, you have to recognize that sometimes your type, you might like the hood dudes that be dressed, looking good, fresh waves, all that. But
I used to have
sometimes that's not good for you. Sometimes what you need isn't always what you want. And so we all have to get to that point. And I think men, I'm speaking on women because a lot of the times women go for, the saying is men need money and women need looks, right? I feel like men go for looks when they look for women, and that can also be a problem because sometimes men get a fine chick that's going nowhere.
Hopeless. Brandon said, nobody wants to drag the next point is on point or not at all. Time depends on how old you are and if you got the energy.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. You don't build men, we are made. You help maintain.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, like, all I'm saying is that I think a lot of women try to put that down.
Okay, I'm going to let them talk that way.
A lot of women try to take the dude that they like. Oh, he fine. He got muscles. He got something that she likes or whatever. And then tries to, build to make him something that he's not. He might have all the shit you like, but he might be a cheater. He's not going to want to give all his time to you. He might not want to be building with you. So why do all other men have to take the brunt reality of, all men ain't shit?
We love it, Fallon.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I understand. It's like the dude that you like ain't shit. The type of dudes you like ain't shit. It's not all these men need work.
That's what I'm saying.
Just the ones that you keep going for need work, and they're not going to work for you. At some point, we got to realize that, every woman is not for us. And I done dodged bullets. Not talking to certain women. I got shot down once, and now I see her now, and she is 300-some pounds, and 4 kids later, and miserable as all hell.
Wrong, y'all.
And I'm so glad she shot me down. Thank you. I'm not going to say her name. But thank you so much for shooting me down once
Please
upon
don't
a
say her
time.
name.
Because no, I still that's the homie. She cool. I'm just glad I wasn't it for her. Because if I was, I would have been another. I'd be another example of why she think all men ain't shit. And it's like that's never the case. That's never the case. It's just the ones that you like. I could easily say these women.
Yeah,
ain't
it's
shit.
just the experience. I 100% agree with that. That, you know, like, it really is just the people that individual chooses, and that's how they have that experience. Like when women say all men ain't shit, that's just the men that they choose. I too can say all men ain't shit sometimes, but I choose not to say that because in my mind, despite no matter how many times I've been hurt, how many times I've dealt with players, liars, cheaters, all of that, I still know that there's good men out there. I know that for a fact. I truly believe, and you know, some women don't believe this, but I truly believe that there are good quality men out there that are faithful.
You're welcome. I'm right here. Look, you keep saying I'm a cheater. Who have I cheated on?
I'm gonna just
point her out. Point her the fuck out. Let me know who I cheated on. Cause I can't none of my exes say, "Oh yeah, he cheated on me with such and such." No, it never fucking happened.
You done had some incidents that I know had. Listen, as a woman, how I know that only couple things will cause those reactions from women. So some of the things that I know that have gone on with you, I know you was doing something. Know? I know you was doing something.
Educate me on me, because I don't know what happened. With who? Say a name.
I don't know the name.
Who was it? Say Scorpios.
Yeah,
Gemini.
Exactly.
No,
the Scorpio.
Absolutely, the
Scorpio.
No, when you tell me we're taking a break, I'm going to New York. When you tell me we're taking a break, I'm going to Atlanta. I'm not finna stick around and watch you do your breaking while I just sit here and be miserable. I'm not that dude. I'm not him. I'm gonna go kick it. I'm sorry. You want to take a break? Fine, sis. Bye. Have fun. You can keep my car while I'm gone. If we still together, if we still build, I gave my ex my car while I went to New York, while we was on a so-called break.
So what happened? What led to the...
I came back, it was extra miles on it, but she had her car and her brother's car. I don't know why my car had extra miles on it, but I noticed it. So I'm like, all right,
so
cool.
Why did you give her your car if you didn't want her to drive it? You talking about
I didn't tell her she didn't have to. I told her if you wanted to, go ahead, but you have no reason, so you got your own car.
Okay, so what you mad about, though? You told her if she wanted to.
I just mentioned, I'm not mad about it. Why we always gotta be mad? We just saying something.
But you said you noticed there were extra miles on it.
You attach unnecessary emotions to every statement.
You noticed there was extra miles on it, and then what?
I asked, like,
what led to the escalation?
Nothing. It wasn't no
He don't want to talk about it.
You see how they bait? You see how they bait?
It's literally wasn't escalation. Lord. It was a problem. We don't want to talk about it.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. God makes no mistakes.
Now that I will agree with. God makes no mistakes.
He will show you what you need to see every time, no matter. He never fails. Never fails.
Okay. So we're gonna move on. Like, I'm sorry, I had to whisper something to him because this dude, he's hilarious.
And you know what? Yeah, we already been on for like an hour and a half. I think that was fast.
Lord. I'm having a good time.
I know, right? Oh my goodness. We didn't even get to the subject we was actually going to talk about. We didn't even
get to the main subject because we got stuck on relationships. But my takeaway from all of this, and what I want to say to all of you, because I think that this is very important. I really think that we need to begin to examine relationships in our lives, and we need to begin to start taking time to genuinely get to know a person before we begin the physicality of things. I think we really get so caught up in physical, and don't get me wrong, you know, I love a fine man, okay?
You're welcome.
And the thing is that although I love a fine man, it has to be deeper than that. And we need to begin to build connections with one another and begin to also realize that we can build with each other. Every relationship is going to have problems. When you have those problems, that don't mean go ahead and start responding to those inboxes of the people that's been messaging you for the last month. I think we live in a world now where it's just on to the next.
Mm-hmm. We're in a world full of what ifs.
Yeah, and we just always on to the next, and I just think that's really unhealthy.
And that's the problem, because we're literally told in every sense to have options with everything. Have options with what you drink, options with what you drive, options with where you live, but we can't have options with people.
You can have options, but not when you dating and sleeping and with people. Like when you're in a relationship, your option is
that person.
Your option is,
or leave.
Are we going to what method are we going to use to work this out?
Right.
Are we going to talk? Are we going to give each other some time and cool off? That's the only options that we got to talk about when we're in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how do you want to address this problem? What are those options? Your option ain't responding to Becky with the good hair and Sally who gives good head.
But we have
these, but
we have a lot of these emotionally immature women who just think, oh, I'm a baddie. I can get. It's not. It's equal. It's accountability too. Y'all do the same shit that men do.
Have you ever thought what caused these women though to be like, oh, I'm a baddie, da, da. It's because men don't like regular women anymore. They want a woman who has on. I'm talking right now. They want a woman who got, and it's not. Y'all know I like to wear weave. I don't have weave in right now, but I'm just saying this as an example though. They want the woman who has her body's been done, she's got extensions, she's got 10 pounds of makeup on. That's what men like now. So then you can't, get mad. Now all the regular women, we trying to be like that because that's what men like now. That's what they like.
I still want me and Aaliyah.
No, men like that. And it's nothing wrong with that. It's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong, because I be on Instagram. I love a lot of different influencers. But I'm saying, though, you can't say, like, oh, women have gotten this superficial way about them when that is what men exalt now. If y'all just saw a normal woman, she got her fro, she got, no makeup, she just, got her shirts on and her jeans. Y'all ain't gonna look at her. Y'all ain't gonna exalt her.
I dated one of them.
Okay.
And she was a poet.
They don't exalt that. And it's okay. It's nothing. It's absolutely nothing wrong with having a preference. I want to make that clear. Your preference is your preference. But I'm saying don't act surprised when women all of a sudden want to get their bodies done and feel like they got to have makeup and feel like they got to have the latest this and that. Because that's what men have exalted in the society that we live
in. Not all of them.
Yeah. And it don't. And of course, yeah, you're right. It's not all of them. And that's why there's still a lot of women out there who do their own thing. They don't do what they don't try to conform. But I'm just saying, like, I feel like being a woman in society now, you do almost have unrealistic expectations because men want to compare you to a woman who's had $20,000 worth of surgery.
So, do you think you can have a husband to treat you right?
Oh yeah.
Help you support your entire life. Help you with your kids without you getting all suited and booted with gelatin and surgeries and stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because like me, I'm a different type of chick. Like I'm not that type of chick, so that wouldn't even look right on me. Be just going and getting a big old booty and like that would look so weird. Like that wouldn't even be my personality. So no, I know that because of the type of dudes that go for me, absolutely I could meet somebody like that. But my problem is that I think that men, it's a little bit different because I am a single mom and that's just the reality of it. And I think that there's a lot of stigmas with being a single mom. And I think that I know for a fact that I would attract more quality men because I meet a lot of dudes that are attracted to me and like me. But it's hard to really date when you're a single mom because dudes will just like hit you up like, hey, want to grab dinner? And it's like Thursday and it's like, I can't grab dinner with you right now. Like I'm getting ready to take my son to football. Like what are we talking about? So, yeah, I think that causes a lot. Like I think honestly and truly there's a lot of high value men out there that don't want to date single moms. That's my reality. That's the reality that I live in, and I'm okay with that because I'm 100% accountable for why I'm a single mom. I chose the wrong people, right? I don't blame other people. I'm not mad that they don't want to date me. I don't feel like, oh, you should date me. Like, nah, if you don't want to date single moms, you don't want to date single moms. But my thing is that men, if you are going to date single moms, then please take into consideration, like, maybe making reservations and saying, hey, we're going to do this on Saturday. Don't just expect me. I love the idea of you wanting me to just come out and grab a steak with you, but I can't do that because I got kids to take care of. My kids come first.
Do you talk to men who want to be in a relationship with a single mother, or do you like men who just want to make you a single mother?
Woo! It's getting hot in here.
These are two different kinds of men, first of all. They're two very different kinds of men. They're usually the other one that wants to make you one is not responsible. He is only looking at looks. He's
okay,
only
I was
looking
going
at
to ask you,
convenience.
how do I know? Okay.
He's only looking for what you can do for him. The child is like the oops. I didn't know we was gonna get. I didn't know the Henny was gonna hit that hard that night. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or he just wanted to trap you because you're cute. You know what I'm saying? You got stuff going for you in your life. You're gonna be alright. If I fall back on hard time, I need you. You still love me. So yeah, I've seen that kind of shit. So it's like, if a dude come at you right now, like, I'm gonna take care of you and your kids, are you gonna go for that? Or are you preferring to just have your peace because he's not what you wanted in the other guy that you had a child with?
Well, honestly and truly, I think that I attract, well, no. I'm going to say this. I've always liked bad boys, right? Mm-hmm. So, you know, I always just thought like, oh, you know, they will change for me type of thing, right? And so, I don't want to say that I dated dudes that I knew wouldn't be a good dad, because like, I actually thought that they would be, but I didn't date them thinking like we're going to have kids. It just happened. But as far as, do I date dudes that want to date a single mom? I have dated dudes who knew I was a single mom, but I don't know if I could say that they necessarily wanted to date a single mom, because like I said, like one dude, I mean, I really actually was like, oh, you know, like I said, there's high value men out here, especially in Chicago. I met him. He had his own business. He was, you know, doing the damn thing. He only had one kid. You know, he was doing it. But then it was like he would always text me at these random times of like, oh, let's grab dinner, or oh, let's grab a drink after work today. And it's like, huh? How? I have to take care of my kids. So I feel like in that sense, he didn't really want to date a single mom, because he was just always like asking me to do stuff just like spur of the moment. And it's kind of like, but you know, I have 2 kids. And I told him I had 2 kids. It's not like I lied. So,
I mean, maybe he was just trying to take advantage of the opportunity to see if you could find a sitter, or maybe just try to see what your availability was.
But he
could
have said, "Hey, I really am interested in spending more time with you.
I'm wondering, how did he approach that?
Let's do dinner this day." Instead of just hitting me up, like he
randomly
would hit me up and be like, "Oh, it's a beautiful day. Let's go get gelato and walk around the lake," which is nice. I like that idea.
Did he want you to bring the kids?
I don't want to bring my kids. I'm not going to bring my kids.
I mean, how long were y'all talking?
I don't know you.
Okay. I didn't know how long y'all was talking.
I don't bring my kids around people like that. I mean, I do. So. But I'm saying I don't bring my
kids. If he got his son and you got your son, y'all at the playground.
Yeah, we could have did a play date, but he didn't have his son that day. He doesn't have full custody. Like, he has partial, like, weekend type custody, you know. Gotcha. So that's why he's a little bit more free.
So Brandon said, but nothing like losing years to something fake. Today, I'd rather explore my options. You meet the representative, and some can hold that for 4 years. You damn right. Women love a protector and provider. That's what I did.
Yes, we love a protector and provider.
And believe puts as payment for relationships. Man, boy, your preference can or cannot give what most women desire, but most of the time they don't know that word.
We don't believe that that's true. Listen, Brandon, you may have been in a bad relationship before, but there are good women out there that would love to cater to a man. Let me tell you, when you can love a woman into submission, see, the thing is that women don't have a problem submitting. We want to cater to our man, but if we can't trust where you're leading us, then how can we submit to you? How can we submit to you? And how can I cater to you when I'm irritated by the fact that you haven't done the stuff that you were supposed to do as a man?
Fact.
So the thing is that if you're my protector, you're my provider, and you're doing everything that I need to do, baby, please. Your meals are hot. Your shirts are ironed. What else you need me to do? Because women like that. Women want to cater to men. We really do. But we have a hard time catering to men nowadays because they're not playing the role that they should be playing. Absolutely. They're not doing what they need to be doing. And then maybe, you said some women don't turn you on financially. So maybe sometimes the women, they're looking for a provider, and maybe we not getting provided for because we talking about how we a real ass bitch that don't give a fuck about a nigga. So
we keep meeting our opposites.
It's a lot of problems.
We keep meeting our opposites. What's up, Miss Deja? We keep meeting our opposites left and right, and it's like you want what you like in the wrong person, and you're not gonna get what you want in return. And at some point, like, it needs to be some type of awakening, great awakening, because it's this pandemic is wreaking havoc on relationships. Now, cheating at an all-time high. When everybody came back outside, and I ain't cheat on nobody because I ain't got nobody to cheat on, so I don't even know where that's coming from. Fallon, we gonna talk.
Guilty conscience.
About what? Who have I cheated on?
I don't know. That must be from the past relationship. You feeling some type of way. You want to talk about cheating tonight?
Fallon said, if y'all know something I don't know, I've been in relationships I didn't know I was in. So maybe y'all saw me with somebody else. And
You've been in relationships you didn't know you were in?
Absolutely. Because y'all fall in love real quick.
No.
Even if y'all say y'all
were playing the role as boyfriend. Let's be real. No. You were playing the role, and that's why you wasn't in no relationship mysteriously and
when
you
y'all
didn't know what happened.
Somebody,
you were playing a role, and she thought y'all was together.
Go 2 hours. If you want something really bad, y'all know how to get it. Y'all know how to come on time, bring food, and a wet mouth, and conversation, and all of that good stuff, and y'all get it crap. Y'all know what to do when y'all really want to do. Y'all set it up.
Mm-hmm. And men
maybe
do the
he
same.
don't want that.
And men do the
maybe
same.
he don't want that. Maybe he wants some quality time to kick it and chill, whatever. But we don't want the relationship aspect. We want the company. That's fine.
So you don't want you want all of the perks without the commitment.
I want everything.
You want all the perks without the commitment.
I want everything.
I got you. I'm just gonna be able to hold this down because I can't even hold it.
We're finna take a break, first of all.
Oh yeah, we gotta take a break, y'all, because I gotta.
All I'm saying is that.
No, please don't stop it.
We're gonna end on this note for this one. It's already 2 hours. All I'm saying is that sometimes we don't want what y'all willing to offer, but some dudes still want the attention. You know what I'm saying? I've been there, done that. It is what it is. Like, there needs to be an agreement before meat start hitting meat. Like, that needs to be the first thing. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna come back so I can get this line started again, because this shit crazy. I'm just saying. No, this is part 1. Then we're going to do part 2 in a minute. I'm just saying.